Elizabeth here at Petals and Parchment. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is week 2 of bonus pages for the Glam Noir kit, and we've got a cute little makeup bag and some pretty ladies here and lots of goodies. So I'm gonna get these cut out and then we're gonna come back and have some fun together. Okay, I'm back. It is the next day. I took my daughter out for a bubble party yesterday and I was in the sun for 2 hours and it completely melted my brain. I grossly underestimated my ability to stand outside for a lengthy period of time in the summer. So I'm back. I'm sorry about the delay, but I feel much better today. I think I got heat stroke yesterday, so trying to recover. I ended up sleeping several hours more than I intended to as well, so thank you for your patience. It was like an opportunity that we couldn't pass up to check out this bubble party, and it did not disappoint. It was so much fun. There was just these cannons of bubbles shooting everywhere. It was like a really fun time. So anyways, I've got all of this stuff cut out and I want to show you how I'm going to put it together. So let's go ahead and start with the bag. That's the easiest thing. You can just glue around the edge if you'd like, or you can put gussets, which are little extensions to help you open up the pocket more. So I think I'm going to put these little tiny gussets. So I've just taken a piece of scrap paper and folded it in half, and I'm going to glue each side to the side here. Gussets are great to give you more space inside pockets. So I'm just lining up the crease as close to the edge as I can, and then I'm gonna cut off the top edge here to have it fit the shape of the bag. Trim that a little bit. Okay, and then I'll do this side. This is just a regular PVA glue thinned out with a little bit of water, and then I'm going to round that one off as well. There we go. And then now we're just going to glue on top of the gussets and across the bottom, and that will give us a little bit more space inside to hold all of our goodies. Then we're going to take one of these pieces and we're going to put it on the inside and then fold it over where we'd like the closure to be. So that looks pretty good to me. So then I'm going to pull that back out and glue this side down to the inside of the bag. Okay, so I've got this glued to the inside here, and then now I can put a little piece of Velcro here and it will have a closure. I have these little pieces of Velcro here, so I'm just gonna grab one set and put this here and then close it, and then when I open it back up it should be functioning. Yay, so cute. It's still drying a little bit, but it's got a little bit of extra space because of the gussets now. Okay, so there's that piece. Let's work on the lipstick now. Okay, so I folded a piece of paper back and forth, zigzag, and the way I got this measurement is that I just tried to line up this. I didn't do a very good job. It started out the right size. I want to make sure not to cut the edge with the folds. Hopefully this will work. So I'm going to glue one of these to each side and then cut around it. And hopefully this works. And one on this side. Sorry if the air is a little loud. It was so hot in here. Now I'm going to attempt to cut all this off. I'm going to let this dry first and move on to another project. So we've got our bag, and oh, if you want to, you can put one of these cute little flowers right here. That would be super cute. Okay, so now I'm letting the lipstick dry before I cut into it. So I'm gonna do the compact, and I've just taken some paper of mine that actually has some rust stains on it, and I think it looks really good with the gold. So I cut a few pieces that I think would fit, and then I also have this really pretty gold sparkly paper here. So I'm going to make a little notebook, fold it in half all together and flip it together. And then I'm using my binding cradle, and I'm just gonna punch 2 holes in the center. I've got some sort of gold colored waxed thread, and I'm just going to bind this together with 2 holes. You could also just staple it if you wanted to. I would probably use paint marker to color the staples gold instead of silver if you're gonna go that route. I just thought this would be quicker for me than painting staples, but I've done that before and it's really fun and it works well. You can use those alcohol markers, or you can use paint pens. There we go. Now we've got this cute little compact notebook here. I'm just gonna trim that off. So when you open it, you'll see the backing sheet and then the compact, and then there's like a little notebook inside. So that is super duper cute. So there's one item for our purse here. Okay, glitter everywhere, no! Okay, and you could do the same thing with these if you wanted to. Make a little notebook out of them, or you could make a little pocket, which is what I was planning on doing. So try to get it as close to the edge as possible. I'm gonna pull the card out really fast so that it doesn't get glued inside, but it should fit. Okay, so there's another item. And then I didn't get a chance to show you this last week, but I cut it out, and you just score on each side here, and then you score the butterfly wings, and when you fold it, it just turns into this beautiful little journaling spot here. And I've got this really pretty rusty paper clip that I'm using to hold it shut while I wait to use it, just to kind of train it closed a little bit. I think I might put this somewhere, maybe right here. Oh yeah, that would be so pretty. Actually, I'm gonna do that, and I'm only going to put glue around 3 edges, so then it'll also become a pocket in the back. Oh, and I also want to use some of this really pretty gold and black paper that I have. So what I think I'm gonna do is put this back here first, and then like this.
Style on point, glow so bright, walking room on the night, confidence so quiet, pride, no need drama, no need lie, dress in black, mystic grace.
Now I've glued the card down, but only on 3 sides, so now I have a pocket here that I can put something in. Got a couple tickets. There we go. Super sweet. I think I'll go ahead and keep that there. And then I'm also going to put this in there. Should be dry enough by now. Okay, I'm just going to trim off this edge on each side. There we go. And put this back here. Oh, so cute. Okay, I'm really loving this so far. And I've put my giant tags in this pocket here. I can work on those later if I want to decorate them further. They kind of get lost there, so I'll put this one in the front. There we go. And then let's see what else. We can glue these back to back if we wanted, or we can just use them as decoration. Okay, so then the next thing, Natasha did a belly band here for her notebook. I made a Scrappy notebook this week, so I just used that paper that I cleaned my brushes off on in week 1, and then I just added some decoration and I stamped and colored a little bit and just was having fun. So that's all this is. So I'm gonna hook it through this belly band so that you can remove it like she did. I thought that was a really cute idea. So now I'm just gonna pick which paper I want there. I think I'll go with the thicker one here. So I'm just going to glue it on the 2 sides. Let me scoot that over a little bit so you can see better. Okay, stick that about there. Then I'll just take a couple of the pieces of paper. I'd probably back it with like a stiffer piece of paper or cardboard so that it holds up a little bit, but I didn't do that this time, so I'll just slide a few pieces of paper in like so. And let's see, I just did some stencil work and drawing in my journal part that I put in the middle. These are just the papers that I cleaned my brush off on as well. I think we could use some more pockets.
Style on point, glow so bright, walking room on the night, confidence so quiet pride, no need drama, no need light, dress in black, mystic grace, every move.
Excellent, and I'm going to go ahead and try to cut this lipstick out now.
Glamorous vibe, live my life, shine so bright, day and night, classy right, full of pride, my own glow, no need.
Alright, let's try again. Just gonna cut them back out and try again. You guys said to me last time you like to see the mistakes, so I'll try to show those more. So instead of doing the accordion fold, I'm just going to do this instead. Just one piece folded in half and then you can open it. But if you're clever, you can make your own accordion lipstick. I couldn't figure it out. Okay, so what I'm gonna do this time is cut it out first and then glue the other one to the back so that I have a easier shot of lining them up together. Okay, so we've still got our inside. We can write a little note, and then I'm gonna just glue this to the back like so. Okay, and I'll try to clean up the edges a little bit, and then I'll ink around the edges.
Glamorous vibe, live my life, shine so bright, day and night, classy right, full of pride, my own glow, no need to hide. Fast, clean flow, glamorous glow, confident mood, steal the show, elegant style, wild smile, my aura stretches mile by mile, boss lady. Style on point, glow so bright, walking room on the night, confidence so quiet pride, no need drama, no need light, dress in black, mystic gray.
So I'll put that in our makeup bag with our little compact notebook, and I think this would look really pretty there. Okay, and then I've got these cute little gold and black kisses, so I'm going to put that and the other flower over here, something like that. Okay, cute. And let's see what else. So if you wanted to, you could just use this as decoration like this, and it would be super cute. something like that. But you can also glue them back to back, make them a little stronger, and then somebody can write a note on the outside if they want. Okay, put that in our little makeup bag. Initially, I had thought that maybe it would be possible to glue this in a way where I could make a functioning, moving piece like this, but I'm a little nervous to try, so I think I'm just going to glue them both back to back. But if you try that and it works, let me know. I was thinking about turning this into a pen, one of these into a pen, but I don't have a pen insert right now. Okay, so there's another piece that somebody can write on, and I just think this is fun, so sometimes you just need something that's fun. We're just playing here. Perhaps I'll glue it down to the page as decoration like I had it earlier. Yeah, I think I'll do that. And having glued them back to back, it gives it a little bit more dimension. There we go. For all the girls that love makeup. Okay, well, I could cover my upside down butterflies. Oh, I hope I didn't put it upside down again. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll put it there and cover my upside down butterflies. Then I actually have a bunch of little butterflies that I could put right side up. Put this back in here. And gonna ink up the edges of the butterflies real quick.
Style on point, glow so bright, walking room on the night, confidence so quiet, pride, no need drama, no need lie, dress in black, mystic grace, every move sets the pace, glamorous vibe, live my life, shine so bright, day and night, classy ride, full of pride, my own.
So I just glued 2 butterflies down over the upside down ones, and then the rest I'm only going to glue in the center so that there's a little bit of dimension.
Dress in black, mystic grace, every move sets the pace, glamorous vibe, live my life, shine so bright, day and night, classy ride, full of.
Okay.
Glamorous vibe, live my life, shine so bright, day and night, classy ride, full of pride, my own glow, no need to hide, fast, clean flow, glamour.
I also made this tag. It was something that came on a piece of clothing we got recently, and I just covered it with the paper and then used some gold gilding wax on the edges, and I put the ribbon that came with the tag back on it, so I'll just stick that right there. But actually, I think this teacup would look good there, like this. And I found this grungy, beautiful fabric at a garage sale recently. I'm gonna put a little bit of that on there. See if it tears. Yay, it does. Sometimes fabrics don't tear, so I'm really glad this one does. There we go. And then just fray and tatter up the edges here a little bit. You just kind of rough it up a little like that, and then put this here, or maybe the vase. What do we think? Teacup? I'm just gonna kind of squish it a little to give some texture. Ooh, that looks nice. This is kind of bothering me, so I'm gonna fussy cut it all the way. There's my tag now, and that can go right there. And I've still got all of these hexagons here that I can decorate with. So I think I'll put these here like that, just for some added interest. Okay, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. I hope you're enjoying this project so far. And if you are, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any ideas for some bonus pages for weeks 3 or 4, shoot me a message. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see. And I hope you have a great crafty weekend. And until next time, bye.
Style on point, glow so bright. Walking room on the night. Confidence so quiet, pride. No need drama, no need lie. Dress in black, mystic grace. Every move sets the pace. Glamorous vibe, live my life. Shine so bright, day and night.